Hey everyone, Felipe here. Right now I'm in Sítio Nossa Terra. This is my place, but I'm actually moving out of here to another farm in Bahia. So I'm on the move, and this plot hasn't been worked on for a few months. We're in March, April. It's been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months since we stopped working on this plot. This is where we produced vegetables, so now you can see I'm completely in the shade here. Really, the forest has really taken over lots of trees and lots of banana plants, and they're growing really big. We used to prune them all the time to be producing vegetables constantly, but now they're really gone up, and it's really nice and cozy here. Nice shade. Right now it's 1 o'clock, so it should be super hot here, but it's actually nice and moist because of the forest. And I wanted to show you a couple of things today which are really interesting. It's how, when we work properly in the system and when we follow the rules of nature, nature helps us out and things start happening, and we join the flow of life. So we're not always fighting, because a lot of times when we're working in conventional agriculture, we're always fighting something. So we're fighting the weeds, we're fighting diseases, we're fighting everything. But when we work in accordance with the laws, when we understand how the forest works, things start happening, and it's just beautiful. So I want to show you first the importance of putting wood on the soil. This is what creates life, people. So check out. I think you can see right over here, this wood is from a tree that I pruned probably 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. It's a native fruit called cagaita here from the Cerrado region, and it's from the botanical family Myrtaceae. And you can take a look at the tree right here. There you go. There's the trunk, and the canopy is right over there. So it's a very good fruit, very tasty. It's these yellow round balls, and they're really good. We usually eat them green, and for me they taste a lot like green apples, so it's really good. So check it out. Look at all these fungi which have colonized the wood here, and they're really decomposing the wood, and this produces organic matter for the soil, and it releases nutrients and really feeds the plants. So by understanding this, by understanding that the forest grows soil by producing organic matter, organic material, and laying it on the floor, and throughout years and hundreds of years and even thousands of years we produce that black, healthy and rich soil. By understanding that, we should do the same. But what we have done for the past 50 or 100 years is the contrary. We're consuming organic matter instead of producing. And we can produce, because organic matter from trees is nothing more than photosynthesis. Concrete photosynthesis. So it's basically, there are a bunch of mosquitoes here right now. But what I was saying is organic matter is just what photosynthesis produces, right? So the more photosynthesis we have, the more organic matter and the more good soil we're going to have, the healthier the ecosystem. So let's take a look over here to see what happens underneath over here. Check it out. I think you can see it. Check it out. The soil is nice and moist. And look at this, people. This is the thing. The plant's roots they really come to feed directly from the wood, underneath the wood. I think you can see it, right? And all this is worm shit. Okay, this is worm shit. So the worms are working here, and this is what we want, right? We want worms to work. We know they make the soil a lot better. And there's no weed here, pretty much. There's this is a Philanthus, if I'm not wrong. So there's one little weed or another, but mostly by covering the soil, we eliminate the weeds. And this is a very significant thing, and it's a very significant economy in our work, because the more we cover the soil, the less we have to weed, and weeding costs us money and time and whatever. And now here's another thing I'd like to show you. Once we start working, putting organic matter on the soil, and we have trees, nature starts helping us out, and nature starts planting trees as well. So birds come in and they drop seeds for us, and they plant. So check it out. This is a little, this is from a family called Cimarobacea. Here in Brazil we call it mata cachorro, which means kills dog. I don't know why they call it now. I think it's because the seeds are a bit poisonous to mammals. And there are a bunch of them here. Look, check out. There's one here. There's one right over here. There's another one right over here. Another one right here. Lots and lots of plants, of trees that were planted by birds, by animals. So they really start helping us out, because there's organic matter on the soil, and these plants, they thrive where there's organic matter on the soil, because they have evolved throughout millennia, throughout millions of years to grow when there's organic matter on the soil, because we're talking about trees, so they come from healthy soils. And obviously there are a bunch of trees which were planted by me, so there's lots of bananas, there are eucalyptus, there are lots and lots of avocado trees which are grown here in the middle of all this bunch of organic matter from the banana plants. Check it out. This is pure luxury for my avocado tree. No weeds, no nothing. So the avocado is perfect. I have never weeded around this avocado, because there's just so much organic material from the banana plants, which I'm constantly pruning. So we just have to learn how to use our resources properly, and things will work out. I want to show you another thing here. This is a tree I planted by seed 6 years ago. And the first thing I did in 2012 when I got to this place was to sow lots and lots of seeds, tree seeds, lots of pigeon peas. In this area we're here now. And a few years later I came back to this area to start producing vegetables, right? But it was interesting because I had this legacy behind me, and it really didn't cost me much to plant these trees and the pigeon peas, because I just sowed them. I just spread out the seeds. Not all of them sprouted and became adult trees, but the ones that did now produce me so much organic material, and they're here occupying the emergent layer. Check it out, giving me a nice shade for my banana plants, which the banana plants really do enjoy. So that's it, guys. So let's plant seeds. It doesn't cost us, and we're only going to start improving the soil. And once we get into the movement of planting, of having trees in our systems, nature comes along and starts planting seeds with us and planting trees. and nature starts showing us how it's done. And the more trees we have, the more organic material we have. The more organic material we have, the more abundance, the richer the soil, the more microorganisms, the more our trees thrive, and the more our trees thrive, more organic material. And then we go into this nice cycle of enrichment, because you have more, you produce more. You produce more, you have more. If you have more organic material, you're going to produce more organic material, and so you're always enriching. But if we don't work in that way, if we work under the logic of scarcity, of there's not enough, of I have to fight this weed, I have to fight this plant, this disease, then there's always lack. There's never enough. So this is just something for you guys to think about. So let's plant seeds, people. Just plant seeds, and in due time everything's going to work out and you're going to have rich soils around you. Plant forests to prune forests so that we can have more and more forests, more organic matter. So I hope you enjoyed it. Scroll down, leave us a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down if you enjoyed this video or not. And always leave suggestions for things, topics you'd like to see covered in next videos. And thank you for watching. I'm Felipe Caltabiano for the Agroforestry Academy, signing off. Bye bye.